If you're a fan of the Milwaukee Road in the 1970s, you probably know that there was a train they ran from Tacoma up to Bellingham and back called the Coast Route train. And on this model of the Burlington Northern in the 1970s, we have the Milwaukee on trackage rights run that train. Hi, this is Burr Stewart, and on a recent operating session of my Burlington Northern Railroad, we did run this train, and I wanted you to see it. I've got a lot of footage from this op session, but I thought it would be fun to just extract the run of the Milwaukee train for those of you that prefer to watch Milwaukee. Bang!
You're good, Brian.
Here the train is running southbound from Bellingham down towards Seattle and Tacoma and going through the town of Mukilteo, where you can see a Burlington Northern train is waiting on the other main line. This is the end of double track here, so they had to wait for the Milwaukee train before they could proceed north to the Bayside yard in Everett. I took these photos with a drone, which surprisingly existed in 1973, so I was able to get up really high and see that train. Now, I was also doing some rail fanning from Dravis Street overpass in Interbay yard in Seattle when the train came through, northbound. This was quite a few minutes after the southbound run, and the train had turned around, dropped its cars, picked up new cars, and was heading back up to Bellingham. Now, of course, running on trackage rights as it did, it had to wait often to get a clearance to proceed, and in this case, it waited a while before pulling the train out. Not too long.
Gotta marry it. Don't say that, it's always dangerous. That's true. Okay, what is this nonsense?
Hopefully the yardmaster wasn't referring to the Milwaukee train there. That highway overpass there is the Emerson St bridge on the north end of the Interbay yard. And now the train is moving towards and across the Salmon Bay Bridge, Great Northern's bridge number 4. You can't quite see it in the photo, but it's over there. Also near bridge number 4 is the Fremont branch of the Great Northern. And you can see that an engineer is taking that train down to work the Ballard Industries. Very cool. You can see the Milwaukee crossing the bridge, and underneath the bridge, as on the prototype, the BN Ballard Local is curving around towards Ballard. Now, a few minutes later, the northbound train is passing another freight in the Bayside yard in Everett, Washington.
He said that they're kind of...
Also watch the train on...
Modeling in 1973, as you know, means that the Burlington Northern had only repainted half their engines, and this consist on the left track is a good example, with the big sky blue, the CB&Q red, and the NP F unit.
We're Blackbird. I'm coming here. That's how Blackbird Junction is there. Underneath.
Do I pull this car from the train, or does this go through?
Yeah, I'm coming up. I'm not coming through. Yeah, I'm going through. I'm Margaret. Yeah.
Now finally, at the end of its run, the Milwaukee Coast Route train pulls into the Bellingham staging tracks. These are positioned on top of Interbay Yard.
Well, it's all both of them. It is both? Yeah,
and you can see it's quite a few minutes later, because this is another southbound train that's entering Interbay Yard on the lower left of the picture. looks like the train entering the main yard is the rock train, which is a special limestone delivery to the cement plants in South Seattle, which we run from Bellingham down to West Seattle. That's a super cool train too, but purpose here is to show you some Milwaukee Road action.
Because we've had the mistake of that not happening, all of a sudden engines start moving on their own. Oh, okay. Well, yeah, so like someone earlier took control of 351 because there must be another engine with 351. Oh, no.
Isn't it fun to hear the banter that goes on during an operating session?
I guess I need to go to the dispatcher. Yeah. Tell them that you're in the clear there. Yeah, let's see.
Well, I hope you've enjoyed this Milwaukee special. Search for Milwaukee on my YouTube channel, and you'll see some other videos that feature the Milwaukee Road. And I'm working on a longer video taken from this Dravis overpass to show the yardmaster's job.
Don't forget your horn and whistle and your bell.
In the meantime, this is Burr Stewart wishing you much fun with trains.
There's a box over there.